All right, you're listening to On the Waterfront with Coach. I'm Marina Hernandez, currently an ID on the night side and enjoying the summer as a longshoreman.
Being on the waterfront during the summertime, it's ideal. I used to tell the guys there, sit on the stringer piece there and watch the water and the sun setting, and it's awesome.
It's so beautiful, especially night side when all the lights turn on and the reflection on the ocean. It's gorgeous, and the sunsets.
Did you work on the 4th of July?
This was like the first year I didn't. I feel like for however long I was a casual, 17 years, I worked on the 4th of July. This year I did not.
They say it's a magnificent view up there. The crane, all of my friend crane drivers, they say it's better than Disneyland.
I bet, because you can see, everything that you can see from Pedro to Long Beach.
See everything.
That's pretty cool.
Right.
Do you work on the 4th of July?
No.
Okay,
I haven't worked on the 4th of July for years.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like, not for me.
No.
You don't, do you work any, no Christmas, no holidays?
No, no holidays. Just stay home, chill out.
So where have you been going?
NYK a few times. They've been sending me APL. I was at Hanjin. Different places they've been sending me, yeah.
Do you I like that. Like, I like when, it stinks when work is slower, but also then I have to take different jobs, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, the terminals are different. The way they do things different. Like, it's just fun to go to different places sometimes.
Right. I've been steady. I was steady for a long, long time as a clerk, and then as a foreman, and then when I went back to the hall, I enjoy the hall. The hall. Thank God for the hall. Thank you, Uncle Harry. It's different. You go see different guys and different people, and I enjoy the hall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So today on our show we had Kevin. You just met him.
What a great guy, Kevin. Thank you for bringing him on the program.
Yeah.
He's our up and coming leader of this union. He is really sharp, and I didn't even know that he was involved with the medical field. And I told him, hey, you should try out for the health and welfare. And he said he was up and running for it, and he didn't quite make it. I said, keep on going, because you've got a lot to offer to this union, and you're only an ID, and you travel to Tacoma with that
lead conference,
and he's got everything going.
Yeah, and I just met him at the job. We just started working together. We picked up the same job a couple of times, and just talking to him, and I was like, oh, this guy knows what's up.
Right.
There's so many different people down here.
That's the beauty of this job.
It really is.
You meet all these different people, and I like to find out what they did before they came down here, and there's all kinds of different people that have different jobs. Podiatrists, there's attorneys down here, there's ophthalmologists that I know, and there's an attorney down here. There's all walks of life down here.
Yeah, I worked with our previous podcast, I had a hatch clerk. Do you remember I had a hatch clerk?
Yes.
And so I worked, so then I'm there with the swingman. I like that job because usually I have UTR and I'm kind of solitary. I don't really talk to anybody. Mm-hmm. But when you're on the dock, you have a chance to shoot the shit with people and whatever.
Right.
Well, there's this guy, and he was like, yeah, my finger, talking about he was missing a finger. Uh-huh. And then he's talking about all this bad luck he's had in his life and how he was in county jail. And I just asked him, well, what happened to your finger? He's like, you want to know the truth? A woman bit it off in county jail. I'm like, what? What happened? He ended up telling me the story. He said, yeah, I got infected. I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, we have attorneys and podiatrists, and we also have everything. We have everything.
Oh yeah. One of our good friends, Terry Bullock, and he allowed me to share this with the audience. That he was on a job, and he had a heart attack. And the lady that was in the car next to him was a nurse, and she saved his life.
And she was a casual. And they were on their lunch break.
On their lunch break, and she saved his life. I mean, can you imagine if somebody that didn't have any experience with medical field, he might not be here with us.
That is insane. Yeah, that was a couple years ago. I remember I read that somewhere. Yeah, you read the story, and then it said Terry Bullock. I was like, I know him. Oh my gosh.
Right. And he allowed me to share share the story. And he's fortunate that young lady was a nurse.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've got all walks of life. I love it, and I'm looking forward to having more people on the show. And you've set up some interviews for coming up, so we can tease that, I guess.
We can tease that out. We're going to have Al Galupo, who's been down here quite a few years. He's a foreman. He was a gearman. And before he came down here, he was almost going to be a fireman. So we're talking about nurse. He was going to be a fireman and stuff. And then we're going to have Drew Gutierrez, and I work with his dad. His dad was one of the nicest guys you could meet. When I became a clerk, he was a clerk for a long time, and he taught me a lot of stuff. So, but Drew's involved with the union. He goes to all the conferences. He does a great job. And then we're going to have Ray Pearson, and all the longshoremen down here have to listen to this because he has all the information regarding PGP or any medical stuff. If you're shorted on hours, if you're shorted on check, if you didn't get paid for vacation, he'll answer all the questions. And he's been down there a long, long time.
He's solved a lot of problems.
Solves a lot of problems.
I feel like that's not a job I would want.
No. There was a guy prior to him getting that job. His name was Mike Carmelich. He was in there when I was there. Mike Carmelich knew everything about the union, everything about the hall, the dispatching. He knew all the rules, and he mentored Ray. But that's as far as I'm going to go because Ray will tell you the whole story, and we're going to have him coming up in early August.
Cool. So yeah, we got a lot of cool longshore guests coming on.
Right.
I was also doing some research for the quiz that we did, or the game. I'll say the game that we played, and even just like the customs brokers. Like there's people that's their job to be a broker for the goods that are being shipped, and like they have full websites of like, we'll get you the best prices for this and this and this. It's like this industry is crazy. We're the labor part of it. We make it happen, but all the behind the scenes, my God.
It's crazy behind the scenes.
Yeah. So I kind of want to get into that too. Like, how does this machine work?
Right. I have a friend, his name is Ken Devine. He owns a Globecon trucking company for years and years. Maybe we can get him on the program and he can tell us, like you're touching bases right now is, how he gets his stuff over here and where he ships it to and everything. Ken Devine would be a great guy to have.
I would love that. Yeah, because I researched, and we'll do it a game on a different one, but like the top imports and exports from Port of Los Angeles. Like I was surprised by some of them. So that would be, I definitely like, let's try to, after we get that first wave of friends and people on them, we'll hit them up.
Right. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Okay. So we're starting a new segment and we're here with Buddy's finally on camera.
Yeah.
Hey, all.
Buddy.
Hey, all. Thanks. Yeah. So, Buddy, Marina's brother, my dad's son, obviously. So, yeah, I produce the podcast, and I'm the voice you hear at the very end. So we just thought we would use this platform that we have and the small following that we're building up to just shout out some causes, community-based things that we kind of believe in and that we think deserve a little bit of attention. So this week I thought I'd put a spotlight on the Harbor Animal Shelter. We recently had an opportunity. We fostered a dog, and so it just got me thinking about just the pets that need help in our area. So the Harbor Animal Shelter, obviously in San Pedro, they do a lot of great work. We adopted one of our dogs there. And so I wanted to shout them out for all the good work that they do, and also just kind of prompt our audience, if you have some extra money to donate, food to donate, supplies to donate.
Blankets.
Yeah, something like that. These animals could use some help. They're also, I checked their website today, they're slightly over capacity. So if you have the capacity yourself to adopt, I would highly encourage that, especially versus like buying from a breeder. If you have the opportunity to foster an animal that they have, so not adopt them, but just keep them in your home, that would be helpful as well. Or if you have a stray that in your neighborhood, you can shelter them in your house and then try to find them an owner while you take care of them, just as a temporary home. Especially after 4th of July, a lot of these animals were scared. So I just wanted to take the time to shout out a community organization that I feel really does a great job. And I'd also like to thank my nibblings, your son and daughter, for helping out with the podcast. They're, especially during this last interview, they were helping out. So I just wanted to shout out Luna and Fern.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they're
It's
doing
a good
great.
skill. Thank you, buddy, for teaching them. That's a really good skill for them.
Oh yeah, I mean you got to learn audio and visuals. At the very least, it's helped me just when playing video games with my friends online. Just being able to control the levels so I can play, I can play video games with my friends better. I can listen to the game and also hear my friends talking smack about me. That's it helps with that, and it also helps with something like this.
And I'm glad they have you because I'm not.
Oh yeah, we know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am not the person.
Yeah.
So it's nice that you are up to date on all that stuff because I definitely am not. So you are keeping them relevant.
Awesome.
Thank you, buddy.
Right.
Happy to do it, and I'm glad that we're doing this as a family. And I want to thank the viewers for listening in. It's we see all the comments, we see all the likes. We keep close attention to that, and your support is really, really valuable to us. So, like and subscribe, please. Smash that like button. Absolutely obliterate that like button. Hit that smash. Ring the notifications. It helps us continue to do what we're doing.
Yeah, and I think we'll just we took a little break because it was. Fern had some baseball tournaments. We had 4th of July, but I think us keeping it consistent is going to be definitely the right thing to do. So we'll try to release an interview every week and then try to be consistent about it. And I like spending time with you guys. So.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, you're cool.
It's fun, huh? It's
I
fun.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of good feedback. A lot of my friends out there,
What do they
watching.
say?
Oh, it's real informative, and that we're doing a good job.
You feel like a celebrity, huh?
No.
They're like, Coach.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll get to the interview with Kevin. It's, again, really informative. He's has a lot of information about being involved as a COD. He talked about his Iron Sharpens Iron fellowship and how to get involved in that, the days and times that they meet.
On Tuesdays at 12 to 1, and they supply lunch.
I know.
Yeah. At the Memorial Hall.
At the Memorial Hall, yeah. I don't know. I feel like you say free lunch and it's like my ears perk up. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get to the. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you,
Let's
buddy.
get to the interview.
Okay, I've got them, shoremen. All right.
Hi guys, my name is Kevin Salaiz, 137061. I started as a casual in 1997 and registered in 2021. So got 11 more months to go to AMAN, and I'm excited about this podcast. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Kevin.
Thank you. Thank you.
You jumped right on it, right when I felt like, I was like, hey, Kevin, you want to come on? You're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm ready.
I like I shared with you, I've been on a couple podcasts. I'm not afraid to speak in front of a mic. So, yeah, I'm just here to share. I really enjoy what you guys are doing. When I saw the podcast at first, I saw Yoli's interview, and I happen to personally know her son and daughters, and I know their family very, very well. So, yeah, I liked it.
And you've had so I was a casual for 17 years, and I think how were you at with years for casualing?
24 years casualing. I think I got in with like 9,000 hours. Yeah, so 24 years I casualed. I managed another full-time job, taking care of my family. I just couldn't quit that job to be a casual longshoreman. But it was worth the wait. And so I may not get a full career out of it, but I'm enjoying every moment of it. So.
And I think that's a story for a lot of casuals during that during our time, is like you had to just make other things work, and so I don't know. It was a hard time,
especially if you had a family like Kevin had a family.
Yeah,
it's tough. You probably had a job that had benefits and everything. You could not possibly give any of that up.
And I couldn't afford to compromise that. And I mean, that's a good thing. I worked in healthcare. So I recognized in my first marriage, I was married to, both my ex-wife and I got in as casuals at the same time. She went ahead and pursued longshore full time. And so I experienced the benefits for longshore. Working in healthcare on the business side, I try to help her understand, as well as others today, how blessed we are with our benefits. They're untouchable, and we really. I think that we could appreciate it more. People that I run into sometimes don't really appreciate it, but we're here to talk about the good things.
Exactly, that's one of the good things.
Yeah,
of the
it is a
water
wonderful
plant.
thing. Absolutely,
that goes without saying.
Absolutely.
That's, the medical, dental, all that program.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
we're blessed. Yes.
You know, you go somewhere to a doctor's office. We had an incident where something happened in Vegas, and we went in there, and they took me right on in, and the lady said, "Man, what kind of insurance do you have?"
Yeah.
I said, "Well,
the best.
the best, exactly, the best." So
Yeah.
we do have the best, and
Were you partying too hard in Vegas?
oh yeah, you know that.
Concerts, right?
They
That's
did the
right.
concerts. Yeah, they took out. No, well, we need. Is there a story there?
There's a story, but for later, for later time.
That's
later
a
time.
bonus episode. All right.
Yes, there you
go.
Get the Patreon where you got to pay
Right.
for the juice.
There you go.
Right.
That's right.
So, Kevin, we want to have you on because you're a COD mentor.
Yes, I am. I am a COD
How
mentor.
did you get involved in that?
So I got involved when I first got registered. I heard about the program through someone I casual with named Amanda. And we both had doc signal. We had some downtime. We were just chit-chatting and talking. And she told me she was mentoring CODs. And I'm like, really? Tell me more about that. So she explained it to me. I listened, and I'm like, At that time, I was coming out of a divorce, and I had not been coaching for about it had been about 6-7 years. All the kids had grown, and I missed it. I'm passionate about coaching and mentoring. And she told me about it, and I'm like, oh, that's my perfect opportunity to get back in the mix. Different level, though. I'm not coaching kids. I'm mentoring young men, different ranges of ages. And so I heard about the opportunity. I contacted the person that she put me in contact with, which was David Ross Jr. at the time. He interviewed me. And gave me the thumbs up. I started right off mentoring a few men. I've mentored 5 guys, so I'll probably give you a little bit more information than you wanted, but I'll give you more as we go.
Yeah. So, what was the interview process? Are they just like, "Are you a nice person?" Like, I wonder what was. Yeah. What were they asking that?
Good question. So the interview process was, it wasn't as we think, like, suit and tie or anything. It was just a phone conversation. Mm-hmm. He's filling out, where I'm at, what I do. Obviously, you got to be in good standing. You can't be a knucklehead, obviously. He wants to see what kind of experience you have, what you've done, with other people and such. And so he kind of interviewed me just by asking questions. One of the things that comes into play is you got to have a little bit of time as an ID already. You can't be a casual, number one. You got to be an ID, a minimum of a year, I would say, because they got to see that you've had some experience. They got to see that you're involved, right? It's all about involvement, getting involved. So what else have you done? Have you volunteered for any other things? Okay, so I'll share with him, Bloody Thursday, and participate in a fellowship called Iron Sharpens Iron. So he saw all those things. I'm like, okay, all right, and called me back next week and said, hey, we have a group of CODs that are coming in, and we're going to throw you in the mix with some other existing mentors. And so there we go.
With your coaching background, a coach to me is a teacher.
Yes.
They've always said that if you can coach, then you can teach. And obviously, you fit right that mold, being having the background of coaching kids and everything.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure you're doing a great job by just talking to you right now.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I don't toot my own horn or pat myself on the back. I just let my actions speak for themselves. They have their own legs to walk on, right? Mm-hmm. But I agree with you. Coaching, I spent a lot of time coaching baseball, entry-level basketball, baseball, but my passion was football. Mm-hmm. I have 2 grown sons. I coach them up, and I coached in the inner city of Long Beach Pop Warner specifically. Mm-hmm. And so many awesome In fact, I want to share something with you. I spoke with someone about the other day, and they said, hey, bring it up to coach. I told him, I said, hey, you know what? When I would meet with other coaches as the kids would get older, I say, hey, you know what, guys? I know we're not getting paid for this. I know we get yelled at all the time by all the parents for this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, we may be the only fathers that these young men have. And so we got to walk appropriately and show them a good example. So that's what I always endeavor. That's part of my passion, is just doing that. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
That's
Yeah.
correct. That's awesome.
Did you coach Pop Warner too?
Yes, I coach Pop Warner here in Wilmington.
Okay.
Actually, I started in Carson. Frank Duran and this guy named Nino, they got me involved in there. 1971.
That's when I was born.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
he's-
Hey, that's awesome.
Started coaching some kids there at
Good.
Carson. And to this day, some of them kids come up to me and, talk to me and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I wonder how many people you've coached. Like, like so many.
Yeah, so many teams.
So
Yeah.
many.
So many teams, yeah.
And from like softball to Pop Warner, all that.
Right.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like he was saying, we don't get paid. When I coached at Banning, it was for almost
Yeah.
nothing.
I coached 1 year in high school football, just one.
Yeah. Joe Dominguez and I, my very, very good friend, we started at Banning there together, and we would get paid $15
Yeah.
a week.
Yeah.
And
A week?
It's
The
nothing.
Booster Club would give us gas money.
Yeah.
$15. And it was like pulling teeth to get $15
Yeah.
from them. But,
Right.
but now that you think about it, I would have done it for free.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a passion. You go in there and being with the kids,
Yes.
and the kids keep you young.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I
what
can
that's
see
what you
that.
want.
It is
man.
fun. You got to have a passion to do it. Otherwise, you can ask any of the players that I coach, I'd be showing up on the field with a shirt and tie and slacks with my whistle around my neck. They remember, and I remember, Coach, we show up. The whole thing, just like in mentoring and everything, I see all these posts and people saying this and that. But at the end of the day, 2 words come to mind: step up. People just need to step up. You want to help solve the problem, get involved.
You're right.
That's the key. Yeah.
Perfect.
And I'm just thinking, this job gave us, like, when you maybe around that year, those years, this job gives you the opportunity because of flexibility. But when you're casualing
Yeah.
and working a different job and you're volunteering, like, you're using every minute of your day to do something productive.
100%. I mean, I can't tell you how tired I was, but like you said, Coach, that keeps you young. And I just, again, when you're passionate about something, I was running ragged, but there's just a joy in it that you dig deep. And you're right. I was casualing. I was working a full-time job with major responsibilities and coaching. As time goes on, you start to perfect your program.
Sure you do.
And you start to, you got to get coaches. You need others to back you, and you need good people. You can't just pull any other dad off the bench. I'm the kind of coach where I don't coach my own kids. When my kids step on the field, I'm coach, not dad. Don't call me dad on the field. And I'm not coaching you on this field. Coach Tone is, Coach Anthony is. You go to them if you need something. Don't come to me, because I dealt with that growing up, the favoritism. I'm not about that, not about the daddy ball thing. I can't do it, because it sends another message to the players and the families.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Yeah.
Is everything,
know-
is all
you know,
that?
Coach.
He's right on.
It's true.
He's right on. You
Yeah,
surround
yeah.
yourself with some good people.
Absolutely.
Ferragamo, he got me, Joe Dominguez, and Rocky Garibay.
Okay.
There was just 4 of us coaching varsity football at Banning, 1975, 76. And we had some great players. Freeman McNeil was one that comes off the top that played 12 years in the NFL, drafted number 3 in the country. But the passion that we had, we would do it for free.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
I agree,
It was
100%.
a job. We won a city championship. On the way home, we're on the bus, and we're thinking about the following year.
Yeah.
What we're going to do.
Already planning, yeah.
Already planning. So that's what you got to do.
Yeah, that's
You're
right.
not a coach. You're a teacher.
That's right, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, so then you use that when you became a CEO. So that connects to the CEO.
It does.
too.
It does. I kind of wanted to draw that parallel. The coaching thing
Yeah.
kind of lines right up with mentoring, teaching. And so just a little bit about what my endeavor was when I stepped in is my idea. Well, when I coached, I had a what's called a recipe for success. And I'd always tell the players it was threefold. It was, number 1, respect. You have respect for me. That's it. Number two, I expect 100% when you step out here on this field and nothing less. And that includes getting your schoolwork done, right? And number three, let's have fun, right? Because there's nothing like working hard, busting your tail, but you're not having any fun doing it. That's not cool. So I kind of carry that into everything that I do. And when it comes to the mentors, same kind of idea. I'm like, hey guys, check this out. I'm not here to be a parent to you. You're a grown man. I know that you're experiencing some level of loss, but now you got a family to provide for your own, and you've been given this opportunity. Let's go. So a really solid boss that I know, I won't say his name, but if you hear, you might know. But he always told me when we bring the CODs out under the crane, he said, I expect two things from you. Number one, safety first. And number two, handle your business, move the cargo. And that's, I always keep that in my mind when I'm talking to these guys. And again, I'm leading by example. That's it. I teach them how to be a good longshoreman, one that attends their meetings, one that gets involved, and one that just do your job, man. Do your job and make your family proud. And you don't have any shoes to fill here. You're not trying to fill the shoes in of your mom or your dad. A rest in peace to them. But you're not here to take on that pressure or responsibility. So as long as you're here with me, you're going to have a million family members telling you, oh, mijo, if you need me, I'll be there. There's nobody there. I'm their mentor. And I would tell them, don't listen to your family members, because if they're not going to show up and be with you every single shift that you're here, then scrap their advice. You're with me, and that's it. You know what I mean? Because you don't need other teachers in the mix. You already know what that's like, Coach. You got all these voices in your ears. And so I had great experience. I've had five mentees already. Yeah. So
how long do you stay with these guys? A week?
2
weeks?
months.
2 months.
2 months. 2 months. So that's enough time. I haven't had 1 2-month period where we've had to go longer. We cut them short. It all depends on the mentor and what, they gauge and they sense. Again, we're coaches, we're leaders. So you can see if they're getting it, they're not getting it, if they're like so scared. The one thing that they are scared of is when I say, hey, let's go up and lash. No, I'm good. We teach them the basics, Coach. We get them, they get a week of UTR training before they come out to us. So we put that on the back burner because they already got some little wet behind the ears. We take swing jobs. We get under the hook. We can give them everything they need from there. We're showing them how to signal, traffic management, safety, you name it. So that way, once they leave that post, they can get the dock signal. That's easy for them. Driving with a UTR, they got a week, so we just walk them through. We walk them through swing, UTR, dock signal. Those are the three main things that IDs get. If they want to lash, okay, I'll take them up. If they're below deck, I ask the boss if we're not busy, we'll go up there. I'll take them through a little dry run with no one around, because that can be pretty wild, as you know. But I tell them, hey, man, I'm nice. Wait till you start getting in with the guys that do this every day. They're not going to. But I'd have to say most lashers that I work with, once they know they're a COD and they have a mentor, they have respect.
Sure.
And they'll get in line. Not always, but for the most part, there's a respect level and they get it.
So you go to the hall and get a job. You get a job with them.
We're partners.
Yeah, you're partners.
We're partners.
Exactly.
That's why I share with Marina that, there's other A-men that have time to mentor, but the thing is they're coming in as IDs. Dispatch rules are totally different. So everything has to line up. So you partner with them. We check in. I show them how to check in. They show me how to flop. Right? And I get on them till hey man, that better be. You just took money off my food, my table. So I don't go too hard on them because they're learning. And I chalk it up as a blessing. Like, hey, you know what? They got to learn. It's going to be a long. We don't get paid for this, but you don't do it for the pay. You do it because you want to see them succeed. If they fail, we fail together. If they succeed, it's a team success. So I stay in contact with these guys. I got five guys, Kyle, Anthony, Joey. Oh my gosh, I have the names written down. We'll move on, but I'll get the name. I don't want to forget, but I'm just because I'm thinking about a lot of.
So it's a 2-month period. So
yes.
you have 5 guys how do you break that?
It's one guy per 2-month session. I'm just sharing with you that I've mentored 5 men.
Okay, you've mentored five
Yes,
people
so far.
And they come in, they're sort of scared. We had this one top pounder driver. His name was Joe Martinez. What a great guy. Unfortunately, he passed away, and his daughter, her name was Lori Lynn.
Okay.
Now I got the name right. Lori Lynn, she was frightened down here. Like you had mentioned something about them being scared. Mm-hmm. Well, I talked to her the other day. She's doubling back.
Yeah.
She's driving top handler.
Yeah.
She put her nose to the grindstone.
That's
and she mastered everything. She is a really good longshoreman.
That's good.
She's a reflection of her dad.
That's right.
Her dad was a top-notch guy, and Lori Lynn is right there with him. So
That's awesome.
So I'm sure that.
Yeah. I again, like I have a group chat with these guys, and I'll touch base with them. Hey guys, checking in with you. How you doing? They don't really respond. They're younger generation. Yeah, they're real active on social media, but that's okay. I don't get butthurt. They're living their lives, and but I just want to let them know, hey, I'm still around if you need anything. And I give them cautions too. I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna give you everything I got, but I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. If I catch you doing stuff, the stuff that you're not supposed to be doing, and we all know what those things are. If I catch you or I see you with the wrong element, I'm gonna walk right up to you, and I'm gonna embarrass you, and I'm gonna let you know what's up. I'm not putting this time in for fun. I'm doing it because I'm investing in you, and I expect a return on my investment. One of those things is get involved. Your give back is getting involved. So I'll give you some time, but after I see a couple years pass, you're just chilling and, making it rain, double backing and all. I want to see you guys getting involved in this great union that's afforded you this opportunity. This is a huge opportunity that doesn't exist in really any other industry that I know of, other than maybe firefighters possibly have this.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard that. I don't know. But bottom line is, beautiful benefit, and you need to maximize this opportunity. Some make it, some don't. I know some CODs who have not made it, and that's sad. But again, when you're young and you're not fully matured, you don't really see the benefit or the down the line thing, and you squander the opportunity. We've all been there as youngsters. We've missed opportunities and such, or messed up, but there's no perfect person. So
Kevin, what are the age group, the 5 guys you have?
Yes.
What are the age groups?
Age groups. So the first one I got was like a grown man. He had a wife and a kids. So I would say range from maybe 30 down to just getting their driver's license, 18 years old. That was the last one I had, Logan. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
those are the ones that you have to really.
Yeah, that little bit more TLC.
Yeah,
they
right.
need guidance.
Exactly.
They need guidance and they need instruction. And hey, here's the things that we do. Here's the things we don't do. I don't like to focus on the don't do list. There's already so many of those things. So let's focus on the things that we need to get done. And I always leave room for questions. Inspect what you. Inspect what you expect. So that's kind of, it's been good experience though. They all listen to me. I never had to get like upset with them or angry or mad, but when we flop, that's when I'm like, whoa, bro, come on now. So anyways, yeah, we're good.
This guy that was 30, excuse me, Mia, the guy that was 30 years old, he just made her neat because if you do the math, his dad was probably under 60. He had to be under 62 years old.
Yes.
To get.
There's a threshold, to get the card.
So, I did the math. If he's 30, the dad was probably in his 50s,
right,
somewhere around there. But
right.
That's one thing before, there was no age limit. A guy could be 80, 90 years old.
Yeah.
And just, I don't know exactly when they took it away and it made it 62 years old.
Yes.
That was a big mistake, I think. Yeah. I think that was a big mistake. People are living longer. They should be able to, sit. It should be longer than 62 years old. Maybe we can make a motion, or somebody can come up and go back there and try to get it raised to more than 62.
I agree with you 100%. There are powers that be that actually don't want this program in place. And we won't name any names, but we know that there's entities that are like, no. Absolutely not. I heard that during contract, they're like, you need to get that out of of the contract.
Right.
For what reason?
You know, again, from an aerial view, we don't know.
Beyond
I really don't
our-
care. Yeah, but I'm just thankful that we still have it in play, because again, these guys are going to get a full career out of it. They're going to provide for their families and get an opportunity. And I think that's and I hope that, I don't know if, I want to be like you, Coach. I'm going to be going till the wheels fall off. You know what I mean?
Right.
Till I can't do it anymore. But I also need to balance, like Yoli, hey, you got to enjoy your life too.
Exactly.
It can't just be all work. You got to enjoy your life. And I honestly, once I get to 65, I think I'll tap out. I love working on the waterfront. I've always wanted to be here. I enjoy it. And this is one way that I can just show appreciation and thanks by giving back.
Did you have family down here? How did you start down
First
here?
generation.
First
I'm
generation.
a first generation longshore.
Interest card?
Yeah.
Or postcard?
1997, they were doing cards out of the unemployment office.
Right.
Remember that, Coach?
Yes, I do.
And we went in there, threw it in a big ballot box, turned the wheel, pick the bingo numbers out, and get a letter in the mail and go through the test. That's how I got in as a casual.
It's great.
Same thing with my ex-wife, my ex-father-in-law, my brother-in-laws, all that. So, yeah.
What's motivated you to get involved? Because you are first generation and you spent so much time in the casual hall that this was not your main focus, I'm assuming.
Not as a casual.
But yet, not as a casual, but yet you're 4 years in as an ID and you're already like, hey, I'm doing this. I'm like this. You're investing time.
So one specific thing is I always observe. I don't complain about processes. I look, I observe. If I don't like it, again, those two words echo back in my spirit: get involved. You want to be part of the solution, not the problem. I can sit here and whine and complain about everything that's not going right. Get involved if you want to be part of the solution. So that's been always my mantra of just get involved. And when I got registered, and mentoring is just one thing. I've attended e-board meetings. I sit back and watch. We can't get involved as an ID, but we can listen and take note, mental note. And I'm a servant. I have a servant's heart. I like to be involved, and I just like to serve. And that's I would say, if it boils down to anything, I just enjoy being involved and serving to help make a difference. So,
we had Vivian on the program. She was in charge of the welfare.
Yes.
And I can see by just talking to you right now
Yes.
that you would fit right in that, because you have medical field experience and everything.
We talked about that a little bit.
You would be here's
Endorsement.
endorsement. Here's your next guy for welfare officer.
Coach, I do want to just quickly say that I share with Marina that I had applied for an area welfare director position, and I got all the way to the very end and went against I was not personally going against them, but the person that landed the job, and they work with Sam Alvarado together as teammates. I applied for that job, and it was a pretty intense interview process. The last interview process was probably like a 9-panel. Bobby O was in that interview process.
Okay.
And I got to the last bit, but the takeaway, I had my own little pity party for the day. And I just, but the reminder that came to my heart was, there's always someone better than you. Someone always more experienced than you. And I had to chalk that up as, okay, cool. So that person got the job. I didn't get it, but I applied for a pretty good position. And I didn't get it this round, but I did get a little pat on the back and say, hey, even if you don't get this, I'm a good reference for you.
Try it again.
Yeah. Oh, there's other things. Like, I get involved in other stuff. This is not the only. My goal once I go AMAN is to get involved in the e-board, get involved in the politics. Again, why? To help make a difference. And I encourage others that are watching this, get involved. Our union is only as strong as the members that support it. And if you love something, you support it. So.
I pride myself in judging people, and I never. This is the first time I probably seen you, come to the working for me, but I can see it right now. You have a lot of passion, and you would be the right guy for that job.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Maybe down the line, I don't know, but I just right now
think about it.
Focus on the task at hand. I'm not mentoring right now because I moved to Nightside about 9 months ago, but I got 9 guys under my belt. I'm probably not going to go dayside again, but I put the time in, and I mentored the guys, and I stay connected, and I still stay connected with the existing mentors and Kim and David and young workers and all that stuff. Through Lead.
Great.
So from your experience, what's the mindset of somebody coming into like of the COD? I guess part of the question is, do they have a sense of what their parents did and then they're like, okay, I'm stepping into this? Or it's like, I had no idea that this is what their job was. What in your experience has been their mindset, if there's been a generalization or just an individual story?
That's a really good question. So when they come in, it's just eyes wide open. They don't know what's going on. The only thing I think they know is what my mom or dad did. They go to work
Their
every day,
specific job?
right? Yeah, no, not even their specific. Just my dad or my mom's a longshoreman, but they don't know the specific functionality unless they had an opportunity to come on the waterfront, visit, meet some of the people that they work with. But yeah, they really have no clue, and that's why I don't set the expectation on them to, hey, you got to go above and beyond what your mom or dad did. Let's just start ground level. And I'm like the first hug and kiss to our industry for them, and I want to guide them properly. So I just introduce small things, hey, check in on time, man. Show up on time. When the boss is talking, quiet. I don't care if there's 5 other people talking, respect, right? We lose a lot of that. That's going on still. I see people talking, I'm like, dude, be quiet, But just small things. I just start small. I don't try to they're already overwhelmed with the loss that they've incurred.
Right,
some of it's
right.
tragic, some of it's expected, but at the end of the day, they lost a mom and dad. I got to understand that. I don't get into the weeds of the trauma that they have unless they want to have like a private convo after work and I've had some of those conversations with those guys, and I respect and appreciate that their vulnerability. But I'm not that guy, like it's only the job I'm working with. I step outside of my comfort zone, and I'm a father, and, I have 4 sons. So I have that role within my passion that I kind of try to fill also to an extent, I'll get involved to the ability that they allow me to get involved in their life personally, so.
How do you know how long from when their parent passes to when they start the program? Is there a time limit that you have?
I believe that they're notified by letter as to there is a time frame, I believe, to respond. And for the most part, people are they know right away. It's usually something, if someone's going to pass away, they already have things lined up, like a will and trust or some direction, like, hey, little Johnny is going to get, for example, one of the guys I mentored, their father passed away. One of the daughters was a casual. She was a letter Nancy. I was the first Oscar, and I would work with her. So I had a little relationship with her already at work. And I know her. She calls me uncle. And when their dad passed away, in my mind, I'm thinking, she's going to get his book. But there was the youngest son who got it, and I ended up mentoring. She actually called me and said, hey, can you mentor my bro? And, because I knew her and she knew me, and it just was more comfortable. And so we had a good
That was a wise decision, because if she was a casual, she was going to already get in with her
She's
hours.
in right now.
She's in.
So both of them
Right.
are in, and they're helping their family. So
Had she had taken it, she would have deprived her brother from not getting in. So
Right.
that was a great
yeah,
move.
I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but they conversed about it,
Yeah.
had discussion, and
That was
was
a
a
great- that
great
was
decision. I agree.
Great decision.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else? What's been their the CODs when they come in? What's been their vibe? Are they this is overwhelming? Are they just take to it, or it's oh shoot, I'm not coming back?
No, you know what? For the most part, it's deer in the headlights, at first, but I make it comfortable for them. And I'm not holding them literally by the hand, but it's again, you got to show them the way. It's just like football, coach. You got to show them how to get to a 3-point stance, how to fire off the ball, how to execute your position. It's all about that. So my first thing is when they show up, I'm like, hey, we meet at a certain time at the hall, we get our job, we go, all the extra talk and with other people, we'll get to that later. But we get to the terminal, and we get there a few minutes early. We check in with the boss, not to get favoritism, but just to let the boss know, hey, I'm a mentor. This is a COD. I want that boss to know who he's working with. He needs to know who's on his payroll, because if he has someone that's brand new, he's got to keep an eye on him too. They have their responsibility. So I believe that brings comfort to a boss, knowing that you have someone that's helping them. That's helping the boss.
Right.
So we check in with them and we let them know, hey, this is what's going on. All right, cool. And so sometimes they'll hand us a specific break together, just to, because they know we're doing something. No favoritism, just, hey, we're going to give you both the 9 to 11 break so you guys can, come back with each other. And that's when I use that opportunity to talk a little bit. We'll go grab a bite to eat and just shoot the breeze and all that stuff. Just get to know them. That's it. It's all about building relationships. So,
Yeah.
The CODs were that program was implemented when their dad or their mom, passed away.
Yes.
Then they would take over and be the head of the household.
yes, that's the whole intent of it.
That's the whole intent.
Yeah.
Here's the only thing that I would change.
Yeah.
That say for example, a crane operator passes away.
Yeah.
He's at the highest rate of pay.
Yes.
A COD comes in, going to be at the bottom level of pay.
Yeah.
I would bring that person, that COD. They still have to meet their obligations to be an ID, 5 years or whatever it is.
Yes.
But put them at that rate of pay that their dad was at.
I can't say that I agree or disagree with that, Coach.
Right.
But I will tell you this. It's all, here's what I've learned. I'm sure that you can agree. We can all agree with this. When you hand somebody something, you appreciate it less. When you work for it, you really appreciate it. I mean, that's just kind of the way I see it. I'm not disagreeing with you, but everyone has an entry level. They don't get the casual experience where we can all hang out and go meet up and go to the terminal. These guys are all on their own. So I think they get started off at a good pay level, entry level, and they got to work their way up and get their incremental raises. I think that teaches them something, because again, if you just hand it to them, think about giving an 18-year-old young man crane pay coming in. He's going to lose his mind. I mean, let's just keep it real. His buddies that he parties with are going to be like, yes,
They all
it's
are.
on.
You're right. But if he wants to support that family.
Yeah.
Now, a check from a brand new ID is a lot different.
Of course.
Than, so
Well,
they may need that money to go over the top. That's just something that
I agree
do
with
just
you.
thinking about.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. You're right.
I feel like the operator should plan for. They need to have a little nest egg on the side.
It's all part of being a responsible longshoreman. That's part of it. And again, most of these kids are living at home with their families. So, and again, part of being in this wonderful union that we have is our union makes provision for the loss of a family member, right? Through the pension, so there's other things that I believe are lined up to take care of that wife or whatever, to get them by until little Johnny gets in the mix and starts learning how to go to work on time. Because a lot of them are just like, just chilling, at home, living off the fat of the land,
Right.
Yeah, they went from video games on the couch to hey, you're the head of the household.
Well, I just want to get more money
good
for the kids. That's all.
No, Coach, I'm with
We
you.
can't
I'm
blame you
100%.
for that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And something you said too that I just thought about is you're right. They don't have that casual experience. I feel like that's where you build your bonds. Like my closest friendships down here are my friends that I was casualing with.
100.
We went through it together. And then when you're an ID and you're driving UTR, it's a little isolating. You don't always see, unless you go to the same terminal, you don't always see the same people. So it doesn't feel like how it would feel in a typical office where you're like, oh, I work with Eddie all the time. I work with Kevin. It's just like, oh, hey, I'm going to work with you and then I'm going to go home.
Right.
It's a little different experience and
Yeah,
maybe
it
a little
totally is.
isolating.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Coming in from a COD as being a casual.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then so I was going to talk about the leadership conference, but is there anything else you want to add for about the CODs?
Yeah. So Kyle, Anthony, Henry, Joey, and Logan. Those are the 5 CODs that I've mentored. I didn't want to forget their names, so yeah.
Those are your
Not
5
forget their names, but just because again there were so many, and I it's been a while back. But those are all 5 guys that I mentored. I'm very proud of them.
And
Those are your
there's
5 basketball players. Those are your players right there.
That's my offense right there, and
That's it.
defense, right?
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
you're
it.
right. You're right. So yeah, I don't have anything more to add other than it's a wonderful program that every ID can choose to get involved in. When I go to our meetings from time to time, they get on the mic and people are talking about other things. I try to get in there, but people are waiting to get out of that meeting. So not really an opportunity, but when I get that opportunity, I'm talking about the COD mentor program. Hey guys, people need people, we're sitting here whining and complaining about all the things that we don't have. Whenever you think of others before yourself, that's the best position we can be in. So I always encourage people getting involved. So if you are going to get involved, contact Kim Salaiz. And if you don't know who that is, I'll get you her contact information. And she's a great person running that program. She's a great individual too. So.
You're doing a great job, Kevin.
Thank you. I appreciate that,
you for
Coach.
that.
Coming from you, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
And then, so we'll go on to the leadership conference.
Yeah.
So you said you applied to that. So I applied to the women's based on Vivian's recommendation. I just applied. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's going to happen, but I applied. So that's the first step. Hey, I just put myself out there. If they say no, that's fine. I'll apply again. I'll build up some experience because that's what they ask you is what have you done in volunteering?
Yeah.
That's I'm learning is like a big part of this is volunteering and getting involved.
Yeah.
So, so I applied for that. We'll see what happens. But then in talking, then you said you went to a leadership conference was it a male
lead conference? So,
Go ahead.
so ultimately, yes, you're absolutely right. And guys, you don't have to get involved at the highest level of volunteering. I mean, Maui fires, right? Thanksgiving food handout, Bloody Thursday events, serving, setting up, tearing down, being there, handing out food. We do a lot of that even through our ILWU Iron Sharpens Iron Fellowship. We're doing all those things as well. So you don't have to go to the top, but that's kind of a top tier, like going for one main thing, like a women's event or the lead conference, right? So I saw an opportunity through our bulletins. Again, you find out about these things by reading your bulletins. If you don't read your bulletins, then all you can rely on is word of mouth. Half the time word of mouth is good, half the time it's not, right? So I was reading a bulletin. I saw the opportunity to attend what's called a lead conference. And I'm like, oh, what's that about? So I start reading the memo and I'm like, oh, okay. So ultimately it was about, if you want to see a change in your union, you want to be part of I didn't even know what it was about at the moment. I just I'm going for it. I read the description. I'm like, that's me. Let's go. I want to make an improvement in my union. I want to get involved. I want to continue with integrity of our industry and make it better. And that was the whole intent of applying. So I applied, like you, I went online. They asked me questions like, what have you done within your local to be involved? I mentioned all those things. But I think the thing that stood out to them, I don't know, whoever approved me, thank you. I'm thinking they saw the mentoring of CODs, which as a matter of fact, COD, I believe was our international president, Bobby O. I believe he was a COD. Jesse Ungi Lopez was a COD, and I know there's some others, David Ross Jr. So anyways, with lead, I applied. Honestly, didn't even expect to get selected because I'm thinking, oh, that's for people that are like the Vivian Malauulus of the world. I'm out. But hey, I'm still going for it, right? Yeah. I went for it. Got an email back. You've been approved to attend lead conference, week-long conference. They hold it every year somewhere different. Went to Tacoma, Washington. The local was kind of like overseeing it, local 23. And so I'm like, wow, what an opportunity. So flew out with David and some other. Honestly, I was the only ID selected in our local to attend this event. So I felt very blessed. Everyone else were amen, clerks, dispatchers, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I felt like a superstar going, but I knew there was a responsibility, not just to go there and have a good time, right? And so I went, they had breakout sessions. I hope that answers your question. I know you'll probably get more, but that's what I did. I just applied, I went for it. And that's what other people can do. Again, 2 words, get involved. If you're getting involved, it would make the people that are going through these applications like, oh, they're already involved. They're in the mix already. They're serving people in the union. They're going. So I mean, if I'm in a leadership position, that's what I'm looking for. Are you doing the job? Okay, great. I'll consider you. If you're not, and you're just applying because you want to go have a good time, they know who those people are, right? In fact, somebody commented to me, I won't say any names, but they were like, "What? You got chosen to go to lead? Man, I applied for that and I didn't even get picked. I didn't know how to take that." But I just kind of like tucked that away in my back pocket and kept it pushing,
Right.
So it's okay.
It's
There's not somewhat, Coach, you know this.
Oh, yeah.
Not everybody's gonna like you. Not everybody's gonna approve of you. That's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. No problem.
Like Fernando told me, where there's sun, there's shade. Someone's
That's a good one, yeah, right?
There. Yeah, I
That's
know.
right.
I was
There's
like,
always
I like
haters
that.
out there. It's good. It's all good.
So what were some of the topics that were covered? So the lead conference was just this past.
It
was
wasn't-
it this year or last year?
It was this year. It was this year. It was in April. It was just a few months ago. And it was an amazing experience. I never been to Tacoma, Washington. I've been to Washington State, but not there. And they had it at a hotel. Now, the people that were involved in this huge league conference, it's an international event. It's not just our local. So everyone from Vancouver, Portland, Washington, California, Frisco, Oakland, all the way to Hawaii, down to San Diego, including Port Hueneme. The entire international was represented there. Some of the people that I didn't even know we had locals at. And so everybody in one house, just talking about change, talking about our industry, sharing history. We had breakout sessions all week long. There was no rest. There was no rest. Like we were going. But some of the cool events that they had during it was they took us on a little trip to the Local 23. That was an amazing experience. So it's kind of like picture going to our Memorial Hall and they're showing whatever we have on display. This place was like on steroids, just the history. I'm just standing in front of like a board with all the hooks, all the pictures, and I'm just like, wow. I would have never experienced that just if I just were head down, going to work every day. And that's not to throw shade on anybody and that's their thing. That's okay. Some people don't want to get involved and that's fine too. Just do your job. That's fine. But it was just, we had breakout sessions. We had different things that we talked about going on at the local. We even got a chance to visit University of Washington. I guess they have a little satellite spot there. They had a play of Harry Bridges. So an actor comes out on stage and he's playing the role of Harry Bridges. They're playing video and just learning about our industry, the culture, the environment, what's going on then, what's happening now, what we can do, promoting solidarity, involvement, changing in our union. We even had a breakout session where we were strategizing how we can get longshore work at specific areas. And so we had LA had a certain project where we were talking about how to use different strategic tactics, and our topic was the Olympics, right? And how we can gain access to people like the taxis, the water taxis. What can we do to get that labor movement involved get that business in our shop? And so we went through some different strategy. It was really cool exercise. It went even to the point of like knocking on the mayor's door. Hey, we voted for you. What's up? We need your support. That's how intense it got. You're going to knock on the mayor's door and say, hey, you asked for ILW's endorsement. Now we're asking you to get involved in giving us the work. And that's what it's all about. That's what we're here. We're workers. We're the labor force. We do the job. So give us the work. So it was just a lot of things like that. I got a chance to meet so many brothers and sisters in our international. It was an amazing experience that I hope everyone gets an opportunity. I feel very blessed to be the only ID. They kept looking at me like, ID, what is that, a casual? Like indifferent. They didn't know, but I just felt very blessed to have the ability. And I got a chance to meet a lot of different people and connect. And Vivian was there, Gary was there, Bobby O was there, so many people in the international there. Wonderful experience, just outside of our day-to-day. It was amazing. So I encourage everybody to apply. All you gotta do is apply.
Right?
So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and then if you get turned down, then you just reapply.
Yeah, exactly,
You learn something
yeah.
and then reapply.
Man,
just put yourself out there.
I learned this saying: a closed mouth doesn't get fed. Right. So you open your mouth and go for it. Expect to stay on it. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Have you been to Tacoma, Dad? I know you like.
No, I've never been to
Oh, you got to visit that place. It's amazing. It is amazing. I got a few contact numbers from people up there. We met the president. They put on a whole little, like, they just welcomed us. They welcomed everybody. They had some food trucks out in their parking lot. They were talking about new labor that they acquired through our union that they solidified. It was just a big celebration. I got a chance to play some dominoes with some people from Oakland and from Frisco. It was just a cool experience. You know what I mean? I can't, you know.
Do you have, if you have photos, will you share, especially of the hall, share them with us? And
Oh,
I'll put it on the
absolutely. I will.
Instagram.
I have
That'll
some
be cool.
amazing, I mean, I was just looking at the pictures and the people, just looking at their faces. And I'm like, man, that dude looks tired. Like, I can't even imagine what they were doing over there at that time. But just, that's who we are. That's what ILW is. We move the cargo and it whatever it takes, you know what I mean? So it makes me feel very proud as a first generation longshoreman to experience that. So, and be involved. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's so cool. I feel like this is a good time to start the game. So I'm a
Here we
games
go. Let's go,
person.
Coach.
Here we go, Dad.
Okay.
My dad's a little nervous about the games. He wanted the answers
I
ahead
wanted
of
the
time.
answers ahead of time.
Okay. What are the top 10 busiest ports in the U.S.? And we'll go back and forth. Buddy, maybe you can add some sound effects at some point after the fact. Maybe. Yeah, exactly. Wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, top 10.
Long Beach.
Okay, we'll go Long Beach. Long Beach is on this list, it's number 2, but I've seen it as 2 or 3. So Long Beach is the second busiest port. Kevin.
Okay. I would say LA.
Number 1. LA's
Ding, ding,
number
ding.
1.
I
Ding,
mean,
ding, ding.
it's hard to separate the two because we're the same. You know what I mean? We go to the
Right.
same hall. It's not like it's different. But you're right. Yeah, Long Beach and LA.
You're right.
Yeah, they do differentiate them, but
Yeah.
to us, to longshoremen down here, it's
Yeah, LA.
it's one
Absolutely.
It's the
Yeah.
same.
Harbor area. That's right.
That's right.
All right, Dad.
Next question.
Next.
Same.
Oh.
so,
Same
so
question.
we're doing top
There's
10.
Top
Okay.
10.
Yeah.
Top 10. Tacoma.
Not on the list.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to say, there's 2 in my mind, but I'm going to say Frisco.
No, but close.
Oakland?
Oakland.
Oh, sorry. You
Oakland.
only asked one. Sorry.
Cheater.
good.
Yeah, I cheated. I
Oakland's
apologize,
number,
Coach.
let's see, I think 9.
I'll save the one that I was going to say for
8.
later.
Okay, Oakland's the 8, top
Okay.
8.
Okay. Go ahead, Coach.
Are these just West Coast or
No,
can be
good
anywhere?
question. 10 busiest ports in the U.S.
Oh,
the
U.S.
US,
So we're
okay,
talking
US.
national. Okay.
Oh, all of a sudden, okay.
Galveston.
No, but close. Good one.
Man, I'm going to say New York.
New York, number 3. New York,
Okay.
New Jersey. They combine New York, New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's number 3.
That's probably like the Long Beach and L.A. of
Yeah.
Longshore over there.
But the hint was at Galveston. You said Galveston, Texas.
Right.
That was close to one of the. So another Texas port.
Texas Port.
And well, while you're thinking, there's over 200 ports according to the US.gov. Their
Yeah, there are a
maritime.
lot.
There's like over 200.
yeah, ILA is big on the central and east coast.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Dad, you go.
Atlanta.
Atlanta, yes. Oh wait, no.
No?
Sorry, Dad. No.
Yeah, we're from the west. So
Yeah,
we're west.
come on, guys,
We'll name
come
them
on.
all. Yeah.
Well, last guess, and then I'll name them.
Okay. You said Texas, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She gave us a hint, Coach. I'm gonna say Houston.
Houston.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Houston. But that seems more inland because when we visited family in Houston, and
Yeah.
did you go down to Galveston?
Galveston.
That's
yeah.
near Galveston. It's not far. I think it's like maybe an hour away or something.
Somewhere. It's. I went
They
to
got
Galveston.
waterfront near there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you wouldn't think Houston because it seems more landlocked.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something my dad likes. You like to go visit other halls
Other
and
halls,
stuff
yeah.
to see
Yeah,
how
that's
things
awesome.
are run there.
Tacoma, Local 23, Coach.
That's
You'll
it.
love it. Actually, they have on their walls like a history when ILWU before it came into play and how the ILA was at the top first and just the history and the story. That was cool. Yeah.
Okay, so what are the other ones?
Okay, so the other ones are, so it's Port of LA, number 1, Long Beach, 2, New York, New Jersey, Port of Savannah.
Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia is the 4th largest.
Okay, you should
Fourth
have given me. You
busiest.
should have given me that.
That's true. He did say Atlanta, but it
said
is in
Atlanta.
the same
Oh, is
vicinity.
it? See, I
I
didn't
think
know.
that's what Coach meant.
That's what you meant.
That's what I meant. Thank
That's
you.
right.
Then Seattle,
Okay, yeah.
Virginia, Houston, Oakland, and then South Carolina ports. So those are the top. I think I just screenshot 9. But
I don't
those
know
are the
why I was
top.
going to say Hawaii. That's because I'm thinking of Matson, you
Right,
know.
right.
But that's really a small operation in the big scheme of things. But no disrespect to the brothers and sisters in Hawaii.
Right.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. When you consider that's how they get all their, so it's busiest for them.
Yeah, it is busy for
That's
them.
how they get
Yeah, they got,
everything.
yes, that's right.
Have you been to a Hawaii?
I didn't go to the hall there or anything.
No.
like that,
Okay.
no.
We gotta make
Yeah.
a special trip to
Oh,
Hawaii.
you'll love
for
it. There's a local for every island. Yeah. I think they're local 152.
142, I think. Maybe one.
And if I'm getting it wrong, brothers and sisters, I'm sorry. All I know is that they have they don't just have longshore division. They have hotel
Hotels.
workers. They have
Right.
medical staff over there. I met a lot of them at the conference. That was amazing too.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here.
Yeah,
Kevin.
thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be amongst company. I'm glad I got a chance to meet your daughter. I've worked with her. We got a chance to know each other working at a local terminal here, and now I get a chance to meet you. I heard a lot of good things about you, so thank you for welcoming me, inviting me. Last thing I want to say is that I also participate in Iron Sharpens Iron. It's a fellowship that they hold every single Tuesday from 12 to 1 during the lunch hour on the day side, and their mission is just to work and support all the longshore and the communities. They share God's word, the Bible. So if you're looking for a Bible study or just you want to fellowship with other people in the community alongshore, right there down the street every Tuesday, 12 to 1, free lunch included. Right, and we don't do a podcast, but we do a live broadcast. So,
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Where
Thank
do
you for sharing that.
Yeah. Where do you want to say where you guys meet? Where do you
yeah,
guys
we
meet?
meet at the Memorial Hall. Memorial Hall every single Tuesday, 12 to 1, free lunch and free fellowship. So it's a wonder. I've been on the leadership team for some time. I work with a great bunch of men and women on the waterfront. Roman Brink, David Samperio, his wife, Danny. I could go on naming everybody, but great group of people on the leadership team, and we do a lot of things. We give back. We're involved in that too within our union. It's not just about us. We're out there like getting involved in toy drives. We went to go visit the International Seafarers recently, building right across the street from LBCT, and we gave them TV, clothes. That's a whole nother topic, but they have people, all the deckhands and people that are coming in, they need a place to stay. That's where they go stay. So we went and gave them some stuff and met their people. And it's just a good fellowship, good group of people. They walk the walk and they talk the talk and they walk the walk. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love how you're involved.
Yeah, I try to, you know what I mean?
For
Keep
sure.
it up.
What an
Thank you, Coach. I
encouragement.
appreciate that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for
Thank you.
listening, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right.
Thanks again for listening. This has been On the Waterfront with Coach, hosted by Edward Barreras and Marina Barreras Hernandez. Production and engineering by me, Buddy Barreras, and recorded in collaboration with the Avalon Arts and Cultural Alliance. Proudly made in the heart of the harbor, Wilmington, California.